Wow, it's been quite a long time since I haven't uploaded any video, but I guess now that I have uploaded one, you guys should forgive me. No, seriously, really sorry for not uploading any video these days. I've been really busy, but I hope I can make it up to you on the next ones. I was planning on doing smaller videos while I do these bigger videos so that you're not lacking any content. Um, but yeah, you got another video, so let's jump right into it. All right, so here we are at the challenge roulette. I gathered all of the challenges that you guys told me on these last weeks, and right now we're just gonna spin the wheel and see what we have to deal with. So yeah, let's just spin it and let's see. And we will have two. All right, so you could do it so a part of the area next to the wing flooded and needs redoing, re-signing due to water damage. Okay, so let's do that. Let's start. Right, so the challenge says that in theory something has happened in here in the wing coaster that has made it flood and get some damage. Okay, so let's imagine that this flooded, and so that I'm gonna pause the game because the notifications are starting to be a little bit annoying. But yeah, so let's imagine that this started to flood, and then this steel part has been underwater for some time. Well, first of all, the flooding problems would be obvious for these parts, which is basically that people could not walk over here and we would have to drain it with some pumps or something. And then we would work on this. But thing is, we said that this is supposed to be like a controlled mass of water, so floodings would, in theory, not happen here. But let's just imagine they did. When thinking about like this open body of water, you cannot control the whole body of water so that it doesn't flood, okay? But you can control zones that might be especially weak to floodings or to level raise, like sea level raises, okay? So if you see these supports are placed, like the metal part is placed lower than this, so if the sea level went a little bit higher, it would affect this but not the actual land. One of the solutions that we could do is something that they actually have done in real life. It has been done in Venice, especially. Well, in Venice is the only place that I know it has been done, but it's basically they do kind of like a structure around the weak zones of this, you know, of the parts that you think could be having a lot of damage when floodings occur, and make them have some kind of doors for them to like open or close depending on if a flood is going to occur or not. This is much more seeable with pictures, so let me show them to you for a sec. So this is the system that I'm talking about. Basically, this is kind of like it's a flood system, which is formed by barriers over here. These barriers can go up or down, and they can be sunk into the sea, depending on if there's a flooding danger or if it's not. Okay, so it works basically like this. There's like really great images that you can see. So this is the barrier itself. It has like a sinkhole over here, and normally the normal position of this, it would be like this. So it would basically be sunk into the terrain and standing there. But when there's a flooding warning or a really high tide warning, then this barrier would go up like this and you would see it like this. All right, so they're placed in places that would like make the Venice water mass completely isolated. Okay, so basically how it works is this is filled with water when in this position, in the downwards position, but then there's a system over here that fills it with compressed air so that this starts to try to float. This is obviously hooked in here so that it doesn't like leave, so it basically would try to float, but it tries to float and it goes diagonally like this. It's a really clever system. It is $1 billion system as well, so it wouldn't work in here. It could work if we were trying to do it in more outer part zones. It could work if we were doing it in places where we wouldn't have to waste that much um, space. So we wouldn't have that much space to put these barriers. The lesser, the less barriers we put, the better. So as you can see, they're really big. They're like really big. Two tennis courts or something. Like they're really big barriers. You guys can see the scale over here. Like this is a normal human, and you see the barrier. Like it's ginormous. Megalophobia. If you guys got megalophobia, don't watch this. But yeah, so this is a really clever system that goes on in Venice, and I think that's what we are going to do. So let's go. All right. So I did the exact same thing that we saw on the other side in the like Venice anti-flooding system. Let's just say that this is one part where the water's coming, and then this is the other part where the water's coming from. Like the rest of the stuff is just water, that's connected to this, and this is connected, and there's no other parts where you would like could think that the water's coming from. Okay, so let's just imagine that. Now this is completely well, I left it up just to keep the illusion, but it's basically the same idea. So basically this would be tilted this way. It would be like connected to this place in a way better way, like I just did a rough sketch of it. These are containers, but they would be filled with air. There would be like some kind of like pass here for maintenance reasons, and that would be basically it. So you would have it in the places where you would waste the least money, because even if we didn't have it here, if we decided to have it right over here, first of all, it wouldn't solve the problem with the rest of the whole island and the rest of the whole place if the like tides were much higher. And second of all, you would have to go like all this way, which would be, and all this way, and also this way, because you have that part also with supports over the water, which would be much more expensive, because this is like a really expensive system. Okay, so the less of that you can have, you could even have like only one of these open and the rest of it be like a dam. But let's leave it like that, just in case like some boats want to come in here or something. I don't know, like let's just leave it like that. So now, even if it's not a controlled body of water, this body of water is completely under control. There's no way we could have a flooding, because basically we have a retractile dam over here, and on the other side that would contain the floodings. Also, I didn't explain it, but this is tilting this side, because let me explain it to you for a sec. So let me take a piece, some kind of piece like this one. So this is tilted this side, and it tilts like this, because if it tilted the other way, okay, if it was like this and it tilted the other way, the weight of this part, that it would be the part where the flood is coming from, it would hit this and it would make it stay down, even if it had water. So it would have some issues with that. Also, if we had it like this, the hinge is right over here. So water would flow right through here and it would be giving pressure to the hinge. So that would lead to some structural issues. That wouldn't happen this way because the water on this side would be at a lower tide than on this side. So this wouldn't make any pressure per se. Okay, it would make pressure, but it wouldn't try to. It's not the part of the mass of water that it's trying to go up in level, okay, rise the level of water, so yeah, that's kind of like the reasoning. I don't know this, but I'm guessing that it's probably because of that, because of like structural issues and all that. But yeah, so we did the challenge that one of you guys suggested. Now, if you guys want to see me try to solve some more challenges that you proposed to me, don't forget to leave them in the comments. Right now, we're just gonna go for the actual episode. Um, where I'm gonna focus on this roller coaster, which I want to open as soon as possible. And I might be doing some changes on it. There's a place over here that has like some trim brakes. These trim brakes are right now they're friction ones, but they're supposed to be magnetic. But I was planning on having this. So this is currently like a over wave, kind of like a wave turn airtime hill. But I was thinking of making it like a mid-course brake run. It's in a space where it doesn't have too much speed, so that's good. And it's also in a place that would give me a lot of time to be able to dispatch on a lower to have a lower dispatch interval, which would make me have this coaster have a lot more capacity. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna theme it a little bit. I'm just gonna start like we're not gonna theme it right now. I think I'm gonna try to start getting this place ready with the sci-fi theme and stuff. So yeah, let's just get into that. All right, so here we are in the theming part of the sci-fi zone. Actually, really happy how it turned out to be. Like, it's really futuristic and really what I was aiming for, and I'm pretty impressed with myself. Not gonna lie. Right now, you guys are seeing me fighting with the terraforming elements. I'm gonna end up giving up at some point because it's kind of difficult to like master. I really hope that whenever they release Planet Coaster 2, this will be fixed because terraforming is just not it. Not fun. But yeah, other than that, I started doing some theming on the roller coaster station, and on the exit place, which is basically designed to be like like a shopping area. Um, I don't know if it's gonna be too crowded now that I think about it. It's kind of gonna be too crowded because people that are not coming out of the roller coaster are gonna be there as well. But anyways, let's just pretend that I didn't see that and I didn't like not that many people are gonna be there. Um but yeah, so here you guys see me building the actual queue for the roller coaster. It's not the biggest one yet, but at the same time, it's good that it's not the biggest one because inside, like, it's this roller coaster is probably the one that has the most capacity out of them all that I've built so far. So yeah, not a bad thing, I would say. But anyways, yeah, you guys see me now building the whole stuff that I told you guys about. You see that the pathway, it's too narrow for this kind of situation to be happening over here, but I'm not going to change it because I've done a lot of things to it already and I think it looks really cool. So let's just pretend you guys didn't see it once again. Yeah, At the time I'm recording this, it has been quite a few weeks since I released the last episode. I feel like I should like tell you guys what's happening. I mean, it's not that anything's happening, nothing's happening actually, but it's kind of like I want to do this whenever I feel like it, you know? I don't want to get burnt on this. I definitely want to finish the whole series and finish this whole park, which I'm really having a lot of fun with. But I also feel like if I force myself to do like a one weekly episode or something, I'm gonna end up tired and I'm gonna end up like abandoning the whole series. And that's something that I don't want to do. I feel like this series, well, you guys, I see that you guys like it since it's the main series that I got and the only series that I got, and it has had a lot of like really good feedback. So I really want to finish it, but I don't want to force myself to finish it, like to do one episode per week or something. Even though I'd love to, but there's too many things going on in my life for me to be focusing on too much on this. I've got my college degree that I gotta, you know, be a little bit worried about. And so many things like these past weekends. So basically, I film normally whenever I'm filming, it's the weekend, but these past weekends have been really, really full of stuff. Whenever I haven't been in some other city visiting one friends, some other friends have come and visited me. It's been crazy, honestly. So I haven't really had time to film properly. I've been filming some clips every now and then. Like this clip is from 1 week ago or something. And then the next clip you guys are going to see is like from somewhere else in that timeline as well. But I haven't had time to properly sit down and film like a bunch of stuff. Also, this area, it's much more complicated to build than the adventure area. But yeah, so it not but like it makes me a little bit more tired, mentally tired, because I gotta be like a lot more original with this theme. I've never done a theme like this, so it's kind of like really new to me, and I really gotta like search for ideas and kind of like get a overall idea. And now that I got this part, because I finished kind of like this part in the station, you guys will see later, but now that I got that done, and I really like the vibe of it, but it takes a lot of work because it's kind of like it's not something that you can take like a blueprint of one wall piece and then move it around, because if you do that, it's gonna look like cloned and copied, and it's not gonna look good. Like there needs to be kind of like some chaos over there, um, for it to work. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining myself well, but I hope so. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Um, but anyways, you guys now see me giving a little bit more of the neon look to this coaster right here. I really like how these like rings turned out to be. I think they're really cool, and they add a little more of theming to a roller coaster that it's really difficult to theme actually, because it's so tall and so long and stuff that it's really difficult to be able to theme this coaster. But yeah, we're gonna switch to real-time mode for a second to show you guys how like the concept of this zone is gonna look like, and then I'm gonna work on the actual station. All right, welcome back. So, this is the concept that I thought I would use for the whole sci-fi zone. So it's like retro futuristic kind of thing, um, and it's kind of made to be walked through at night, because if you see in the morning, it doesn't look that good. That said, there's like a lot of things that I want to do in here, but one of the main things that I'm intending to do is to make this like a whole city, a city in one building. I'll see how I'll make that work and stuff, but yeah, so that's something. Then I did all these tubes for the brake run of the roller coaster. I'll probably do it, and I really liked it. I'll probably do it like through the whole lift hill and some other places. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but we are losing money. Um, so we're gonna have to work a little bit on the work department. On the um, well, money department. We've got several stuff over there, so let's work on that. Okay, so the money issues have been kind of solved right now. We got a pretty long time lapse coming up. Um, the time lapse is like around the whole remainder of the video. Actually, it's like a huge time lapse. So yeah, in this first part of the time lapse, I mean, it's like a long time lapse because I got a lot of clips all together to do this. Basically, because I didn't have anything else to explain for this. I'm just trying to build the whole sci-fi region, and I discovered that the sci-fi region is much harder to build than the adventure zone. Um, because I felt like I needed to have a lot of different textures and patterns going on for each and every building that I got. So because you couldn't have all the buildings the same because it would look really copied and pasted, and that was something that you couldn't do that much in here because it's kind of difficult to do. So yeah, I'm trying to do a different building style for every single like mini building or anything, and also the idea that I have for this whole sci-fi area is kind of it being like a huge building, but just one building, or at least like huge buildings that um, have a lot of stuff packed into them, kind of like that. I don't know. I will have to work on the aesthetics of this zone, and this is probably going to be one of the zones that it's going to take the most to open and fully open. Right now it's completely in bare bones. Like the only thing that could be marked as finished, and it's not even finished. By the time this video ends, it will not be completely finished, but like the part that you could think it's kind of like finished is a roller coaster. At least the station part of the roller coaster. The whole roller coaster is completely finished. It doesn't have a name. I still need to think of a name because it's been quite a long time since I haven't been into PlanCo, so I didn't have any time or anything. But yeah, it doesn't have still a name. I need to think about that. I need to think actually of a name for all the rides that I've built on this time lapse. There's several ones. You guys will see. But yeah, so that's the only thing that would be considered as finished in here. It has all the custom supporting, which by the way, the lift hills custom supports. I'm really really happy about. And well, I'm also like really happy about the station and how it turned out. It really looks like sci-fi, and I'm really proud of myself, I would say, because well, not that I would say, like I'm really proud of myself because I managed to do a whole building interior without using like the only like wall pieces and stuff, like the queue for this Intamin Wing coaster is themed, actually themed. It has some actual theming, so like I'm really proud of about that. But yeah, I have to say that I don't have that lately. I'm not having that much time to work on this project. Also, this project takes a long time to film and process and stuff. Like I need to get ideas first of all, because it might seem like I'm a really original person, but like I really need to pull some ideas from Pinterest and then base myself on that for me to be able to build something not coherent, but like original, not original either, but like cool. Because like sometimes I take ideas out of Pinterest and I literally try to move them into Planet Coaster, of course, because like the ideas that I get from Pinterest are not made for Planet Coaster, are just ideas that are like paintings or like photos or anything digital. stuff that some artist has made, and I try to translate that into Planet Coaster, but giving it also my unique touch and using the items that are only available in Planet Coaster, of course. But yeah, also taking into account that I always try to use the least amount of objects that I can, because this is a big park and lag is actually starting to really get noticeable in here. When I am building, I need to build now in pause mode, because if not, I won't be able at all to, um, you know, like build freely and really comfortably. So, yeah, but overall, I'm enjoying quite a lot this series. I am having a lot of fun. I am branching out a lot with the stuff that I'm doing. And really, it is a moment for me to zen out. It's kind of like a really zen moment for me to be here and just think about the Planet Coaster. Normally, when I'm building these like time lapse parts, I either listen to music or some audiobooks. Which, by the way, right now I'm listening to the audiobooks of the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So it's like the prequel to the Hunger Games. I know I'm kind of late to that. The movie has already gone out and stuff, but I have to say that I started to read the book like back when it got out last year. I think it was last year. I'm not sure though. I started to read it. No, 2 years ago. I think it was when it got out. I don't know, but I just got it and I started reading it, and I had to abandon it because I was not that much of an avid reader back in the time. Right now, I'm more of in a place of like reading and stuff, so I really enjoy. Also, I really enjoy the audiobook. I've discovered that, and I'm really happy about it. I'm not. If you guys are wondering, anyways, and if you wanted to get into reading a bit, I would really recommend an app that it's called Everend. In the past, it was called Script, but now it has changed the name to Everend. You also have Script. So Script is for articles, and Everend is for audiobooks. But they're the same. Like they're the same platform, and you pay for both at once. It's like 11. Well, in my case, it's 11 euros a month, which is practically like $12 or something a month, which is pretty good. And you have unlimited audiobooks, which is like the subscription based kind of like Netflix style, and not like Audible style, which was something that I didn't like, and I didn't want to get Audible just because of that. Because at the end of the day, like the Audible thing, they gave you like a free audiobook by paying like $10 a month, free audiobook a month, and then the rest of them you had to pay more. So I didn't like that at all. But with this one, it's pretty cool. I also heard that Spotify is going to come out with their own audiobook, so that I'm excited about that as well. But yeah, I got out of the like the whole point of this series, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I got quite a lot to talk about today. Well, not quite a lot to talk about, but a lot of time to talk about stuff today, because of like how I planned um this whole episode to be. Basically, this whole episode has been in the making since the last one got out. So when the last one got out, I have been working on this episode, and several audio pieces that you have been hearing from me have been from other days. Today, I'm filming this straight up. This whole time lapse clips straight up. So yeah. But yeah, I've been pretty busy. I've said it before, but I've been really, really, really busy. And also, there were some times where I didn't feel like filming. I had some free time, and I was so busy and so tired that I was like, well, I'm not that into starting and going into Planet Coaster. I didn't want to make it like something to force myself to do. Like I wanted to do it because I wanted to, and not because I felt forced to film. Because I don't know, I've said that I would film, or that I would upload one video per week, which is completely unrealistic on my part. Because, well, I didn't say that, but like, you know, like sometimes when I think about this and my YouTube channel, my intention are always to upload a video once a week, but it's obviously impossible for me because other things happen in my life. I don't have enough time to film during the weekdays, and on the weekends, normally I take it to rest. So if I'm feeling like filming this, then I will film it, but if not, then I don't. Because this is, at the end of the day, just a hobby. I'm not getting any money out of this. I was just doing this for the sake of it because I wanted to share um these videos because I wanted to. It doesn't matter that I don't have this. I don't take this seriously. I do take it seriously, and I really like. Sometimes I really do feel bad because I'm like, oh my god, there's been like I've been like a long time without filming a video here, you know, and I'm like, well, I should probably do it. But sometimes I cannot just get myself to do it. I don't have the like will to do it, I guess. And as I said, I don't want to force myself to do something that is supposed to be a hobby and end up hating it and end up abandoning um the whole series, which I really don't want to do. Like I was like, should I? Because there's, you know, like sometimes when you're doing this kind of stuff and then you think about some stuff and you're like, oh well, maybe I would like to do some other series, and I'm like, well, no, I'm gonna continue with this one because I like this one and I like how it's turning out. But maybe sometimes I'm planning like, should I do like more of a casual series, maybe play Parkitect or playing City Skylines. Wait, well, not City Skylines because I haven't bought the second um installment of the City Skylines saga yet. I want to try though. So like maybe I should upload a video of me trying that, or a me video like doing random roller coaster challenges either here on in No Limits, you know, like that kind of stuff um goes around my mind. And the latest like thought that I had that I wanted to do was create like a small park, because I've seen some people do it in the Planet Coaster community, like creating a small park, like 50 by 50 or something, like really small, and making a park out of it. And I think that would be way more fun for me because I would finish it sooner, and I would also it will also take less time to me, I think. Also, if I didn't theme it, it would be much easier to work on, you know, because standard theming or no theming at all, like the theming, the really light theming that several parks have, like the Cedar Fair or the Six Flags parks, are really much more easy to pull off than Universal or Disney type of theming, you know? Um, but yeah, I wanted to branch out. I wanted to do this, and I'm gonna finish it. I don't know up until which point I'm gonna continue with it. For the moment, I'm happy with the whole series, so I'm gonna continue filming, of course. After that, I don't know what the future will take me to, where the future will take me to, but I guess we'll see, because I literally have no idea. Um, but yeah, also in the terms of like my videos and stuff, I wanted to make them like the videos more edited and edit like the videos more, but these kind of videos are kind of too long for me to be able to edit and pull out a video at a like if I edited this video like I wanted to edit it, this video would have taken one more month to be out, you know, which I didn't want to do because, well, that's kind of a lot. um and I don't want to upload a video once a month, you know. That feels um like I would I it's true that I said that, you know, I want to do this because I want to, but I also want to think about like what my viewers, you guys, would like. And thinking about that, I would say that you guys would like to have some videos, you know, and you wouldn't like to have videos every 2 months, or at least if I were the actual like an actual viewer of this channel, which I am because I need to see my videos to like edit, cut parts off and stuff. But like if I was someone watching my videos just for fun and not because I'm the creator of the videos, I would like them to be coherent. And by that I mean that videos like this with like speed builds and stuff usually don't require that much editing. Now, if I were to upload another video where I'm doing another challenge or some other stuff, then the editing would be different, but in this ones don't require that much editing. So that's why I haven't done that yet. But I am planning to. I wanna get better at the editing stuff, as well. And at this whole YouTube thumbnail editing, Premiere and all that stuff. But for the moment, I'm just gonna have to, be happy with the way I do things, which I am. Don't get me wrong, I really am. But I'm really, and I've said this a whole lot of times. Like I should have a counter of how many times I've said this, but like throughout the series. But like I'm really perfectionist, and I really everything to be perfect, and I want every single video to be the best video I've ever done. And sometimes that is a major drawback because it keeps me from uploading things, even if they're not my best work. This kind of videos are not made for you to be like for every single video to be the best video you've ever made. Like these videos are not made for that. They're just made for like I find this kind of videos are really good to have like as a background video. Just doing your stuff or while you're, I don't know, eating. This is kind of the videos that I would like see while I'm eating. While I'm eating alone, I would see this kind of videos. If I'm eating with someone else, then I wouldn't. But yeah, you got the point. But anyways, I haven't talked anything about this whole thing that I've been doing in the park. I've done a centerpiece for the plaza that I made. You guys see over there that I got my 3 goals achieved on the park. But yeah, I didn't care about that. But yeah, the main plaza for the futuristic sci-fi section of the park is done. I was gonna call it Tomorrowland because it pulls off really like Tomorrowland vibes from Disney, like the whole Space Mountain. And with the ride that I'm going to build next, you guys will see, because I'm building literally the People Mover. I'm building that, but in this one. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, to say the least, how I pull out this whole future sci-fi section or whatever. But yeah, I'm finishing up the whole station and the after station shop area. I've said it before, this is not realistic in engineering terms, but I didn't even realize that back when I was building. When I was building, I was just trying to, I was just focusing on the aesthetic part and not the engineering part. But as you guys will see, and you don't actually need to be an engineer to know this, but like the path is too narrow for it to be both an exit and a shopping area. Okay, it needs to be at least double than what it is. But yeah, mistakes happen, and I would have to change the whole building for that. So I'm not changing it. Like this is Planet Coaster. It doesn't have to be fully realistic, even though I would like it to be. But like sometimes I just will mix fiction with reality, and that's that. So right now, what I'm building is a skyscraper. Like skyscraper for the, like, if we are taking into account like the Planet Coaster levels. This could be a skyscraper, but it would not be a tall one. But in Planet Coaster, it is a tall skyscraper. And so yeah, I'm building that in like purple shades. I think it really turned out really well, especially with the thing that I'm gonna do after. Because if I left it like this, so what I do normally when I want to do big buildings that require a lot of detail, like really, really teeny tiny details, what I actually do is just I take a blueprint of something that I could copy. In this case, it's just one floor, and each wall is different. And what I do with that is I rotate the actual floor. It's squared floor. This wouldn't work otherwise, but I take that floor and I rotate it several times on every floor, so that like the faces that are that have the exact same design are not in the same, like are not all in the same face of the building, you know, if that makes sense. That's some way I do to have a lot of detail but quickly. And then when I do, so I like overload it with a lot of stuff, and then I select some of the stuff that are there randomly. I don't follow any pattern or anything, and I delete it to give it a bit more of a like differentiation per each side. You know, right now you guys are seeing me. This is a future world that I'm like doing like neon futuristic world. So I'm doing all the neon signs that we can see, that you guys can see. This is kind of like how I would imagine a future place would be. Like think of like South Korea or Japan, the places that are like really filled with people. There's like a plaza in Tokyo that I cannot think about the name of. Like it's the plaza where like there's the most um, confluence of people in the whole world, and it has like really tall buildings, and all the buildings are filled with LED screens everywhere and stuff. With advertisements and stuff. So that's kind of the way I'm thinking it, but not with LEDs, but neon colored signs, you know? I think what I said makes sense. So I'm gonna leave the explanation over there. But yeah, so here you guys see me finishing up the building. Once we are finished with that building, we're gonna continue with the people mover that I said I was gonna build. Yeah, I'm building the people mover. Basically, that's a complete spoiler, but at this point, I do not even care. It's gonna be a people mover. And yeah, the future section is actually turning out great, I would say. I am building a lot of I've built a lot of rides and a lot of flat rides, and I haven't themed them because theming that's so tiring to me. I like it, but it's really time consuming. Like it's the part that takes the most time for me. And I think the problem with it is because if this is Planet Coaster, you can go to really heavy detail, and the like default pieces that they give you, and this has been going on like the default pieces that you got are really low level detailed. Okay, this has been more prominent in the latest packs that they got out. Like the first packs they got out, they were full on detail, but then the latest packs they came up with, they were really generic and low themed, like stuff like rides, and the actual elements, like not elements, but like decoration elements, were not as detailed, so that you could basically use them everywhere. And that is a good thing. That is a really good thing because you can use practically everything everywhere on this game. But it is also a bad thing because then you have to really pay attention to detail and really focus on detail at some points. And it takes a lot of time. Like even like theming this cube ride, it would be a really long time. It would take a really long time. And sometimes I'm like, should I take a blueprint? But now again, it's a really specific theming with really specific colors. Blueprints wouldn't fit here. And I also want to do it myself. Like I know blueprints are a really good thing to use, and sometimes I'm like, I could use some blueprints. For the moment, I haven't used any blueprints in here, but I'm not discarding that option. I'm a huge fan of blueprints, and I think it's one of the best things that Planet Coaster has ever done. Like back when I was in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, you didn't have any blueprints. You have to theme every single thing by on your own, and it didn't like that. So that's a really good thing about Planet Coaster. I might do it at some point, but for the moment, they're not in my plans. Just because I'm not feeling like it. But yeah, I just built the entrance for the Sci-Fi zone because these like the generic part and the sci-fi part are not divided by anything else, and I like that are not divided by any mass of water or anything, unlike the adventure zone. So yeah, I just did that to, you know, make sure that the change between zones is noted. I wanted to do it also kind of like a transition, a little bit of a transition, and I will kind of work on that if I can. But I feel like my skill level on theming is not that good. but yeah, so that's basically what I've done right now. I'm doing the people mover. The people mover is gonna move around the whole sci-fi area, and I really like how the layout turned out to be. I'm gonna have to theme it maybe quite a bit in some points. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, the people mover is just the people mover. It has the same exact theme, I'd say, as the Tomorrowland section of the Disney parks. It's just basically it shows you around the whole Tomorrowland, or the whole sci-fi area in this case. So yeah, that's basically the whole thing. With the people mover, and it also doesn't have any aim. I'm not gonna aim at people mover, of course, because that would be a ripoff, a complete ripoff, of the Disney ride, and I would not like to rip off Disney. I would like to this whole park to have its own identity. Um, in terms of that, you guys have told me that I should do some kind of like IP kind of thing where I could simulate that I've bought an IP of a ride theme and theme it on that around that IP. That really caught my attention. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I really think that that could work. But first of all, I need to think about some IP that I know enough about for me to be able to theme it. Some people said Tomb Raider and all that stuff. Honestly, you can call me ignorant if you want to, but like I've heard of Tomb Raider. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's even a movie or TV series. Like I know it's like adventure themed, but like not much else. So theming a ride around that would be a mistake because I don't have enough knowledge on that. You know? Um and I would have to do an immense like research to be able to theme something well if I was to do that. So yeah, probably Tomb Raider is probably not going to happen, but some other IP it may very well happen, and I would like really love it. So you guys, if you want to, you can tell me which movies, TV series, games, or whatever you want me to base a ride or an area around, and I will of course consider it because I need to know the what you guys are talking about first. But like I'll do as much as I can to be able to do that. You know, I like. I mean, I kind of owe everything to you because like this TV series, this I was going to say TV series. This is not a TV series. This series has gotten a lot of like positive messages. Like videos have the comments are filled with positive interactions, which I'm really grateful about. Really grateful for. And you guys are amazing, honestly. So yeah, I really want you to feel as part of this um serious as I like as I can. If that makes sense, I don't even remember what I said, but yeah, it's been a long time of me talking, so I'm sorry. But yeah, also I always say this, and I said it a lot of times, but don't forget to leave me your challenges for this park to have, because we did the whole floating challenge at the beginning of the episode, and now I'm looking for some other challenge to tackle um on the next episode. So um yeah, that's kind of like the last thing that I had to say. Right now, I'm just messing around with the people mover. I changed the colors, I changed some stuff, and I just want to kind of like make sure that the people mover has enough trains going around and they're well spread around. It's kind of curious as well because the people mover doesn't have like a minimum interval dispatch time, which I find really strange. But anyways, I'll make it work. Somehow it's not open yet, and it will not be until the park, like this area of the park, it's well on its way to be finished. But yeah, let's just jump onto real time. I will show you my progress in a little bit more detail, and then I'll we'll finish and wrap up the episode. Let's go. Hello, welcome back. Finally, so let me show you guys the progress we made on this part, on this video. I just did the people mover. We finished up this whole skyscraper that it's right over there. We finished up the station, and I did some more theming onto the lift hill of this roller coaster, which looks just amazing. I also built this tourbillon. Doesn't have a name. I built this insanity ride, like the light this one does have a name. This is the light condenser. I don't know if I gave the name to the Intamin Wing. No, it doesn't have any name. So if you guys want to name it, as always, you're more than free to do so. And same thing for this cube ride and the people mover, which doesn't have a name either. This is polarity, but it's the people mover. It's not like, it's just the default name that the game gives. Fun fact: I thought the people mover would go in the other direction, like it would start from here, going from here, and then end in here. But at the end of the day, I think I like this more because you don't see trains stuck in here, and they're instead stuck in here, which is kind of like at the back of the park. This is kind of a problem. Maybe they won't reach it, and it's kind of at the edge. So I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna let it pass. I'm not gonna do anything about that. But yeah, that's a people mover. The people mover goes up to here. I'm planning on doing a pier, futuristic pier on here, so that's why the people mover is gonna be here. I also build this street over here so that people mover can see the rides that are gonna be around here. This is still going to be like this, actually, where these 3 dots are. It's going to be like the end of the sci-fi area, and then we're gonna have kind of like some path going around here to get into this area, which I was thinking about making it spooky themed. I don't know. Let me know what kind of theme we could have in here. This was going to be the pirate area. I don't know if we're gonna have any theme in here or anything, and in here I don't know either. For the moment, we're just gonna leave it like that. And yeah, also I did this this statue. Let's see this in nighttime mode. Because it should be on a, hold on, because this should be lit up. Continuous activation. But it's not activated. Huh. Maybe it's, I will have to work on it because the colors are changing, but they're not changing in here. I will have to work on that, but I don't know. Anyways, this is the first building of the whole sci-fi area. I feel like it's really retro-futuristic, which is exactly the theme that I was going for, okay? I was planning on doing that. And this is a finished area, so as you guys can see, this is indoors, actually, and it's kind of like the whole vibe that I'm trying to go with. I really enjoy this part. If we go this way, well, actually, no, wait. I'm actually gonna go through the entrance, through the actual entrance. The actual entrance is this one over here. And so this is the queue. It has some stuff over there, like some, yeah, some like spaceship or anything or something, and then we have the whole queue. It's themed. It doesn't have like really big theming, but it does a trick. And then you go upstairs, continue upstairs, and then go into the station, which is really nicely themed. Hold on a sec. Oh, we have another coaster over there, but I want you guys to see the whole sequence because these lights turned off and on. They turn off when the train leaves, they turn on when another train comes. Obviously, if this was a real life ride, these lights would have like some setting that whenever this ride does an e-stop or it stops for some reason, like some operator stops the ride, then this ones would like just turn white and give light to the whole place. But as you guys can see, right now, they're just doing that sequence, and that's like part of the theming. I don't know if you're allowed to have the amount of darkness that you're end up with in this like station whenever these lights turn off. You would have to see the rules about luminosity in each in like public spaces, according to whatever this would be located, since we don't have the country or anything that where this should be located, and this and the light intensity cannot be measured over here because this is supposed to emit some light, but it doesn't. It just turns on and off. Yeah, like kind of that. I guess I don't know. I'm just gonna let it slide. And yeah, as I said, we have like that thing over there that you can see now from a long distance, which is cool, and it's actually what I wanted. I wanted it to be seeable throughout the whole park, because at the end of the day, for the moment, this is our staple ride. This is the main ride people are gonna be attracted to whenever they come here, because like um these rides are cool and all that, but they're not tall enough for people to be like, oh, I want to go there. You know, like you see this and it's kind of like small, and you're like, oh, that doesn't look that extreme, but this one will draw guests in. Um, so yeah, there's not much else for me to explain over here. I just did this food court. It has some claw machines. It has a lot of food, stuff building for the people in this part of the park. And then I need to do, and it has like the entrance, the whole entrance to the, no, does it? Yeah, it does have the whole entrance to the like transport right over here. But yeah, I need to do also the building for this, and I was planning on this to be on the outside but surrounded by buildings, so I'll have to check on that, and I'll have to see what I do over there. But yeah, a lot of work is missing over here, and it's going to be done progressively. What I was thinking is, on the next episode, I will probably focus on some other stuff as well. I will focus on making pathways to every single place, kind of giving this like a place to a reason to exist, you know, and focus a little bit on a little bit of everything without focusing too much in just one theming area, because right now we have a money income, which is this part, and this part of the park is the only part that is going to be open, so this can stay in construction kind of forever, I guess. But yeah, I will open it at some point, and whenever I ride, I feel like it's like fully open, then I will open it. But like for the moment, I'm just gonna leave it like that. But yeah, that was the whole video. I really hope you guys liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you guys liked it. If you want to subscribe to my channel and you're not subscribed already, because most of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, and it would really mean a lot to me. And remember to leave me the comments with tell me what you want to see next and what challenges you want to face this park with next, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. Leave me whatever you want in the comments, even like what did you guys eat today. I just want to know that. Yeah, whatever you guys like and feel like talking to me about, you can leave it in the comments. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.